strangely enough, my father didn't speak of the genocide so much. As we were children with my brother, he just told us anecdotes about the genocide, but never he spoke of his sufferings, of his condition. 3 months before his death, my father's death, he came back home from hospital, and one day we were in the sitting room of my parents, and he said that he had buried his mother in the sands of Syria. And this was the first time he spoke about it, and after, of course, I thought he felt that he was dying, and that he had to tell me this tragic thing. Even my mother didn't know about it. When you compare yourself to the French people, or even immigrants who came because they chose to come here, so you feel a sort of hole. You don't know where to go to see your family's roots. And even if I went to Turkey, where can I find what?
Benim için ya da Ermeniler için geçmiş bir şey değil. Yani geçmişle biz yaşıyoruz her gün. Bizim için geçmiş günlük hayatımız. Yani ben zaten işte sen gelip yine geçmiş hakkında konuşuyoruz. Bir Ermeni gelse yine geçmiş hakkında konuşacağız. Yani burada bu dükkan bu mesela şeyin içinde bir yer. Mahallenin içinde bir yer değil. Ermeni mahallesinin dışında bir yer. Hamra bu bölge dışarıda. Ama işte birkaç Ermeniler var, hep geriler. Bizim konuştuğumuz konu geçmiş genellikle.
Bu tükenimde çok bizde Türkiye gençleri geliyor ki gençler yavaş yavaş anlıyorlar ki gençlerin dedeleri yanlış bir şey yapmış hükümet diye geldiler de Türk milleti elinde bir şey yoktu. Hükümettir ki bunu yapmıştır. Biz Türk milletine karşı değiliz. Hükümete karşıyız.
Ki Türkiye şimdi çok değişti. Yani biz bunu görüyoruz. Yani zaten buraya gelen Türklerden Parmak Tranik'in dediği gibi sonra televizyon, gazeteler Türkiye'nin değiştiğini biliyoruz. İşte kiliseler, değişik şeyler oluyor. Önemli adımlar. Ama yine sonra o kadar inandıktan sonra birisi geliyor mesela Sevak Balıkçı'yı öldürüyor. Ve yani öyle değil ki mesela takip edilmiyor. Sonra işte böyle şeyler. Küçük küçük ama samimiyet, yani değişikliğin samimiyeti gerçekçi değil. Yani ben 10 yıl buradaki Ermenilere her gün inandırmaya çalıştım ki Türkiye değişiyor. Sonra bir sözle bana bütün şeyimi sıfıra çıkarabiliyorlar insana. Çünkü gerçekten bir şey diyemem. Öyle şeyler oluyor ki bazen Türkiye'de ben gerçekten bir şey diyemez oluyor. Ama tabii ki değişiyor. Her gün yani 2 adım öne, 1 adım geriye, 2 adım öne, 1 adım geriye bir şeyler değiştiğine inanmak zorundayız. Yani inanmazsak ne yapalım? İnanmak istiyoruz.
Geleceğe dair böyle ümit var mı? Bu iş şey olacak mı?
Yani bekliyoruz. Bekliyoruz. Ama ben kim görmem. Benim çocuklarım olabilir.
I think that even if our families don't know everything. We all went to school, Armenian school, at primary school, and at the time they explained us the general history of Armenian Genocide. Even if we don't have some memories of our families, we have the general atmosphere, and we are with other Armenians, so we can share our history, and each person told us what happened in his family, so we can.
So you exchange this.
Yes, so we can understand more precisely what happened.
And when I see someone, I don't care where do you come from, who are you. When we talk together and I see we have different ideas, different opinions.
There is no angry feelings about Turkish people because they are teenagers as us. So and we didn't grow up in a violent feeling about Turkish people because it's not necessary to be angry about with them because they didn't do anything. So I think that today the mercy and the human feelings are somewhat forgotten and put at the second plan because now it's money and economy which leads the world. So
Yes.
I don't know if some Armenians will be okay if Turkey just say sorry and we recognize our ancestors did a genocide. I think if they recognize the Armenian genocide, they have to learn it to their children to explain what happened, and maybe that's gonna be a step
Yes.
more important than just saying sorry.
Exactly.
Yes, we did a genocide.
We as Lebanese with Armenian origin, we always claim our rights and ask for the recognition of the Armenian genocide and always tell people our history and what happened and our past and all what we suffered. So Lebanese with non-Armenian origin, Arab Lebanese, they know all that and they see that we suffered a lot, and they know that the Armenian community considers like Turkey and like enemies, let's say. So they think that we would never accept to speak with Turkish people, and we will never accept to communicate with them, or even to have dinner with them, lunch with them, or even be friends with them. Because like Lebanese, they don't speak with Israel, so Israel is our enemy, we don't buy Israeli product. So they think it's the same level of enmity. So if they will meet any Turkish, they will tell them, be careful, don't go to Burj Hamud, don't talk with Armenians, they will not like you, they will not welcome you, you might have fight with them, and they are worrying them. So they don't know that Armenian people, when they meet with Turkish people, they are friendly, they are lovely, for many reasons. First, because it reminds them something of the past, because yes, our grandparents used to tell us all the genocide stories, but they also used to tell us nice stories, not only the genocide stories, like where they used to live, the neighbors that they used to have, and other everyday's life, because there's not only the genocide, before the genocide there was a nice living story. And also because the Armenian, they welcome these Turkish because they want to share with them the language, because a lot of Armenians still speaks Turkish, from the old generation, almost all of them, from the youngest generation, less. But even you can find young Lebanese Armenians who speak Turkish. So they are happy to hear back Turkish language to communicate. And the third reason is that they consider they have a mission, the genocide mission. They want to see if this person knows about the genocide, if they know it, what's their point of view to discuss about it. Even if the person deny the genocide, they will be ready to discuss, and in order to let them know another point of view, not only the Turkish point of view that they learned in their own school.
I say, you know, when two friends or two individuals in a relationship, when they fight with each other, it takes some time to talk back to each other again. So this time, of course, it depends on many things, but one of the things that mostly depends on is how intense or how ugly or how violent and emotional and disrespectful this argument was between the two. So if it was something very light, you might take one day to start smiling again. And sometimes the relationship is finished. It will not come back. So now that, you know, where there is this effort of Armenians and Turks trying to talk to each other, the third or fourth generation after the genocide, one must understand how deep and shocking this experience was, that it takes 100 years to be able to talk about it again. What happened is the trust to this human being is killed inside me. You know what I mean? So how the Turkish people, the Turkish society, the Turkish government will put this trust, remake it born again, the trust in me. This is the issue. This issue of apology and feeling guilty and feeling your pain is my pain, this is bullshit, you know. I don't believe in this. This is not how it's done. My pain is not your pain. We are all the same, no. We are all Armenians, no. There is a line you drive and you say, wait a minute, I don't have anything, you being different. But please, we are not all the same. You know, something happened. There is, we can say, okay, there is so many things that are similar. One took from the other, one took more than the other in exchanging culture, vocabulary, food, etc., music, whatever you want. But then there is this one element that's absent. Armenians are not there. So it's not the same. Cannot be the same. These Armenian poets that were killed, Armenian musicians that were killed, etc., they are not there. You know? And they are not there, not even in memory. You walk around Istanbul, there isn't one street named after one Armenian. On the contrary, they changed all the names that were Armenian to Turkish names. So it's not the same. So those people who are understanding the genocide and they want to work with it in a positive way, they also have to see that it's not the same. You know, don't be the victimizers and the victim at the same time. You cannot, unless you have committed suicide.
We really place ourselves in the Armenian question and the resolution of the Armenian question, but not against others, but with others, but still speaking, openly of what is. As I said, I haven't been around long enough to really have an analysis or whatever, but this is just a personal point of view right now. Maybe I'll say something different tomorrow. But even on this April 24th, there were so many more people speaking out and more commemorations and more people in Turkey. I'm speaking in Turkey.
It has lots of meaning, I think.
It's very full of meaning, yeah. So that shows me that something is happening on the personal level and also associations that dare speak of these things, not only recognition but also reparation, which is now in the diaspora it's being more and more said, but in Turkey saying this I think is really strong, and they're actually advancing faster than the diaspora is now. It's very, very brave and very true. I mean, you wouldn't do that. I don't think you would do that for your own honor or whatever, because you're doing it because, I mean, I'm sure some people do that, but because there's no other way to advance. And yeah, so in that way it's, I think on the personal level it's advancing, but on the political, I don't know, we'll see what happens now with these peace treaties and all with the Kurds. I don't know. That country's kind of crazy. You don't know from one day to the next what's going to happen. But I mean, I hear about it all from here, and I can't read Turkish well enough to understand all the news, so it's the translations or what others translate or discussions. And when you're there, I mean, there's something happening every single minute. How can you follow what's going on over there? It's crazy.
Yes.
So I'm trying to follow what's going on in here, what's going on, you know, in Syria and all these things, and in Turkey. That's also, I was saying, when Hrant Dink was assassinated, it was also a time when I was trying to figure these things out. But also, I mean, we had a lot of friends, not a lot, but some friends like Altu, who works at Agos. He taught us Turkish. He was here a lot, and he's the one who really opened us and a lot of our friends who had much more prejudice against Turks. He really changed a lot of people in our environment and kind of prepared, like he put the seeds of working together. When now the state of Turkey, imagine if there was no genocide and if we had built a new country together, I don't know what, the country wouldn't be in this state, I think. Because everywhere we go, maybe they say this because we're Armenian, but I don't think so. They say, here there used to be vineyards, there used to be fruit trees, and it's like empty. Because, or here there used to be a shoemaker, here there used to be this. There was a complete, all the transmission that had been done until now stopped. So nobody knew how to do these crafts. If they saved the baker of the village, it was because nobody else knew how to make the bread. I mean, they knew how to make some bread, but not for the whole village or whatever. I mean, there's something that stopped them that was not transmitted. So some people do say, wow, if all this had not happened, then of course life would have been different, but also maybe this extreme poverty wouldn't have been around or whatever. Who knows? But what I mean is that there's a common culture, but also the different culture is so important too, because it could come together somewhere so each one could come together to make a structure. If one is eliminated, then the others are handicapped.
My great mother, the mother of my mother, is a very famous Armenian girl. She was named Gulizar, Gulo, for the Kurdish woman today. Gulo is a form of, is a sort of very courageous and free woman. What? Why?
Why, yeah.
Because when she was 13, 14, she was,
Kidnapped.
She was kidnapped by a very bad Kurdish tribes chief. 6 months after, elle réussit à...
She managed.
Yeah, hein?
She managed to escape.
Donc j'ai été élevée dans cette histoire, mais cette histoire qu'on me racontait quand j'étais petite, à la maison, à Paris,
à Paris.
So in Paris, I was raised with the story
C'était
all the
une
time.
histoire héroïque,
It was a heroic story,
une histoire de résistance.
a story of resistance.
Ce n'était pas une histoire de
It
génocide.
was not a story of genocide.
Bon. Toute la famille a été massacrée en 1915.
All the family has been killed, massacred in
À Mouche, toute la famille.
1915.
À Mouche
in
et
Mouche.
probablement aussi à Sauvaz. Est-ce qu'on m'a parlé du génocide quand j'étais petite?
So have they talked about the genocide
Yes,
when I was
tous
a
les
kid?
jours.
Yes, every day.
Every day, every day. Mais cette histoire de génocide était compensée par l'histoire
The story
héroïque.
of the genocide was
Il y avait deux
there was a
histoires. Two stories.
compensation with Gulizar's
Bon.
story.
Aujourd'hui, on ne raconte pas aux enfants des histoires tristes, des histoires de
Today we
massacres.
don't talk about sad stories and massacres to kids.
Les psychanalystes ne sont pas d'accord avec ça aujourd'hui.
Psychanalysts are not agreeing
But
with that.
dans mon enfance, il n'y avait pas de psychanalyste.
Ce que dit la psychanalyse, c'est que finalement, tout se transmet. Et qu'il y a des choses qui se transmettent et qui bloquent, qui empêchent d'avoir une vie propre, une vie de création et d'ouverture, mais qui fait qu'on est obligé de répéter. Par exemple, répéter l'état de victime. Et je pense je pense pareil que pour la personne. Je pense que le problème, c'est pas que l'État continue à dire « je reconnais pas », mais que c'est le fait de ne pas reconnaître qui l'oblige à rester dans la violence et dans la... C'est-à-dire que si Pinar Selek, la nécessité de la violence, puisque le mensonge nécessite la violence.
Do you see in the future any kind of hope in between, for instance, in between Armenian and Turkish, or like, you know?
Of course. We cannot live without this hope. And there is no question. Un déni qui s'ouvre, on ne peut plus le refermer.